Hey y'all, what's up? I hope everyone had a great day and weekend. I'm supposed to be cleaning my hair up because it's 11 o'clock where I am, and God, I'm trying to do this video and finish watching this Ravens game, but I need to cut it off because my team got me stressed out. My team is the Ravens, by the way. So tonight's show, I know it's the last live one until Survivor Series. I found out a lot of things today. I came up with a lot of conclusions that I didn't come up with on Friday, and a couple of surprises. Okay, so they started. I tuned in and started at 8:01. They was doing a run back or whatever. So then I don't know. I just know when I logged in, I saw Bianca. So her outfit was everything. Okay. Saw her, saw Naomi asking how was sis doing, what was going on with her. And then like they needed a fifth member, how was Bailey? So Bianca wasn't with it. Oh, EO Cat came out and said something. Bianca wasn't with it. EO gave an eye like this. And then Rhea came up. And Rhea, I don't know what she said because I was in the middle of frying chicken. So I have the fan going, chicken frying or whatever. I'm trying to stream it from my laptop. Like, YouTube on my laptop because I'm in the kitchen. I ain't got no TV in the kitchen. I think I heard her say something about stay out of my way, and Bianca was like, great thing as a leader. First of all the women look phenomenal, okay? Especially, I love Bianca's gear. Second of all, I don't know who did beat Rhea's face. For those that don't know, that means did her makeup. And blew out her hair underneath that mask. But that was everything, okay? Because when they showed it up close, I was like, is her hair? My ponytail looks funny because these are bangs and they're growing out. But I was like, I said, who blew her hair out? And then I was like, come on, makeup. You know what I'm saying? It's the makeup for me. And they said Jade is out. Okay, so I have a couple questions. Question is she really out, like injured for real, like how Rhea is, or is it a vacation type thing like Randy? Because we saw on his wife's Instagram, like he was helping with the tree, so he might just be out. Plus he's a vet, you know what I'm saying? Probably want to spend more time with his family to help elevate the storyline also, and have the thing with KO and Cody, have that situation going. Because I do feel that Randy will be in that situation. What is the flag for? Sorry. We done had about 10 flags in 5 minutes. Okay. So I do believe he's part of that. Sorry. I've been watching football and wrestling at the same time all night tonight. And now football is still on. So, I only watch two teams. I only watch two teams on the NFL, like full games. Even though I end up don't because I be so stressed out. The other teams I watch in their conference to see where we are. So when we win this game, we're gonna be back at number 1, and Pittsburgh is gonna be at number 2. But it's a minute, some change left. We won. 30 to 16. I was over here about to be stressed out. Like, if we lose another game, I was gonna be. We ain't had our bye week yet. We went to play Sunday, then we have a bye week. But god dang, sorry. So yeah. So she was like, real nice for a leader. She was like, hear me out, Bailey. Da da da. So then the suspicion. So yeah, I want to know, like, is it real, or is she taking a long vacation because she has a daughter and she doesn't get to spend a lot of time with her, and it's in her contract where she gets like a certain number of vacations. Because I know back in the day, I know any company you get a allowed amount of vacation, but I know a lot of wrestlers didn't do that. One, because I feel like they probably felt if you took certain vacations, you'll be lost in the sauce. Like if you have a momentum going, then you've been gone for 2 weeks, even though it's only like 2 Mondays, it could seem like an eternity, and you won't be there no more. And then two, when you grinding and love what you do, and then you're going from city to city and stuff like that, and then going out either before the shows or after the shows, you don't really need a vacation. I know in college, I didn't. Like, I was partying at one point from Wednesday to Saturday or Thursday to Sunday. And the only thing I did on like Sundays was sleeping, homework, laundry, went to all my classes, did all over again. But it never felt like, oh, I needed a break. We used to be sad we had to leave to go back home on breaks. So I get that from that perspective. But now a lot of us are into the work-life balance. I've always been like that. Like, depending on what it is, don't call me to come in. I'm not coming in. If I'm already there and you ask me to stay longer, depending on what I have to do, I'll stay. But if I got something going on or whatever, and you schedule me and I make my plans for the week, and then you tell me to ask me to come in, that's a no. So if she's taking a vacation, that's great. If she's really injured, I pray that she gets well soon. So then Gunther comes out after that whole segment. That should have been a flag. Oh, it is one. I was about to say, I'm watching my team now, but you gotta be fair. And he don't care. They ain't winning anyway. I know that's right, coach. But so the Gunther comes out, and I don't even know what he said, like I said, because I was cooking. And I just hear in the middle of him, like, doing this. I saw that part. Saw DAmien come out. Excuse me. And DAmien comes out, and I know that it's only minutes and change, but don't let the man run all the way to the daggone field. They in the 20. Y'all about to let them score because it's a minute left. I don't care if we about to win. Don't let them lose by touchdown. He ain't got that. Sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta cut this game off. It's only a minute left. But okay, so I'm off this whole week. So I'm trying to catch up with stuff that I have not watched in forever. After this, and I make this video, I'm going to watch Married to Medicine. I got to binge watch 2 seasons of that. And I finished Emily in Paris, and I got to watch Lincoln Lawyer and Cobra Kai and the live Avatar Last Airbenders, and what else? I haven't watched Still Magnolias, and that's almost been out for what, a year? The 4th season? Yeah, I ain't watched that at all. So it's a lot of stuff I gotta catch up on. Because if I'm not at work, my son has soccer or basketball, or I'm doing something else. So, anyways, yeah. So DAmien comes out, and then he has his hair out. First of all, I was like, I ain't seen his hairstyle like that in a while. It's no Senegalese twist. It's just out in the back with a bun. And I don't know what he said to Gunther. Ooh. It's been a flag the whole second half of this game, for real. God dang. The ball's placed at the 1-yard line, automatic first down. That's crazy. He was holding him though. So, hold on. But whenever he said Gunther had went to attack him. So Damien was like, bet. Okay. He come up, they going at it, they on it. They clear the stuff off. And Damien gets Gunther up in the razor's edge. When I tell you, Gunther looked like his life flashed before his eyes. He was like, and he got put through that table. I was like, yeah, that's gonna be a brothel right there. Like that's gonna be, I don't know, because this is the second time around. Gunther and Damien is the second time around. So this, excuse me. So this is gonna be interesting. Okay. So then after that, it was LWO, which was Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio, and I was kind of sad because Dragon Lee has my third favorite song on the roster, main roster, because it's solos, EO's, Dragon, then it would be Sammy's, and they got my, so they come out. And then they fight American Made, which is the Creed brothers. Let me tell you something. Creed brothers, they never disappoint. They never disappoint. When I saw them live in March, when they had all those tag team contender matches right before WrestleMania, I was like, they I think who they ended up wrestling. Was it the New Day? There was a good match then. It was a good match now. Julius hit a 450. First of all, my thought was he too tall to be doing that. Sorry, y'all. I gotta get my nasal port because my allergies are like out of control right now. My throat is itching real bad. I don't know what it is, but I can't deal. Sorry. And then the Creed brothers, I think, try to do something with Dragon Lee in the corner together. Bless you. And they reversed it. Like, he tried to reverse it. Ray comes around and does 619 on the knees. I said, now, if that was me, after that 619, match would have been over, okay? Especially this right knee right here that I got, that I have to go get a cortisone shot for because I have a cyst in it. Once somebody hit me in this and fluid in it, once somebody hit me in this real good, I'd have been done with the match. All she wrote, my partner would have been basically by themselves. They'd basically been in the handicap match, okay? And then it was a tornado DDT. And it was a tornado DDT match, and I was like, when the last time we had one of those matches? So it was a pretty good match. Now I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry. So I got a lot going on right now. Allergies are on 10. I don't know what the hell is happening. So then I just hope I'm not getting another sinus infection because that was the worst thing. I hate them. And this fall, for some reason, my allergies have been the worst ever. I don't know what is happening. So where was I at? Oh yeah, so Chad comes out of nowhere, okay, and he comes out of nowhere. I had to see it on a replay. I had to rewind it, and he turns Ray's mask around, and then they end up winning. I was like, they ain't that setting it on the announcement table, and Joe was like, y'all need to get out. Basically he not with it. And they stood up. So they was like, Wade, you want to, he gonna set up, do this. And I said, Wade, you not American made, pun intended. Like, you're not from here. So I was like, the fact that he doing that was hilarious. And then it ended up being Judgment Day. Finn was talking about basically how everybody was trash, how Dom couldn't stop Gunther because DAmien is still on the path to becoming a world champion if he wins, and then Carlito and was it Carlito and Dom? Carlito and Dom not winning against the War Raiders, so he was like, but it did soften them up for the win, to defend them, and he was basically like, y'all need to listen to me, and you can't go wrong listening to me. And I was like, listen. I was like, I don't see Finn being a part of the Judgment Day for long. The Judgment Day, either they gonna kick Finn out or something's gonna happen when he's gonna end up leaving. Cause I was like, the Judgment Day originally was Edge, Rhea, and DAmien. Then it became Rhea, DAmien, Finn. After they kicked out Edge. And then they added Dom, and then all these other people came. JD wanted to be a part of it so bad, he ended up having to go through the worst initiation. R-Truth thought he was a part of it, and stuff like that. So then R-Truth comes out, and he goes, hey y'all, can y'all hide me from Butch? And I was like, what? And then Finn was like, you need to leave my clubhouse, it's that third. And he was like, fine then. He was like, I thought we was a family. You not invited to Thanksgiving. And he walks away, and I was like, what is wrong with him? Like, what is wrong with him? But that's crazy to only, like, to get paid to travel, to do a segment, to be funny. I was like, how often well, they don't do a lot of house shows no more, so that's basically what he get paid to do. Which is cool. You know what I'm saying? He been in the game since... Was it about the attitude, the end of the Attitude Era into the Ruthless Aggression Era? I think, like towards that part. So he been in it for a minute. And then that I remember, it could be longer than that. So then it ended up being Bron Breaker versus Ludwig Kaiser. And I'm trying to do all this on the fast whip now because I'm tired. And my nose is, y'all can hear me. But I was like, I know we talk about how Finn got 0% body fat, okay? I was like, Ludwig gotta have about 0% body fat too, because he lean. He ain't nothing but muscle, like skin and all that other stuff. So my throat stopped itching, but now my nose is stuffed up. So yeah, and I was like, I already know that Sheamus is coming out during this time sometime. Okay. Before that, so when the girls was talking about Bailey and them talking about fifth member, it's been all on social media. Even Nia was getting into it, how it was Naomi that attacked Jade, and some people were saying it was Bianca and she attacked her and left her there and then went to go do her match. My thought was Charlotte or Shotzi, and then people were saying it was one of the girls from Survivor Series. But I'm like, they're very much cocky about this stuff, if they gonna do it, they would have showed that they did it. Just like when they hit Rhea with that bat, they showed it after she went to her car on NXT. They showed that happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was one of them, they would have showed that already. It ain't one of them. It's one of the 4 girls that was on the team, or it was Bayley. But I don't even think it was Bayley, to be honest. You know, I would think Bianca doing it would be shocking, kind of, but not really. Only because she's been a heel before, and she might want to, like, beat her, but like, I'm ready to go solo, this, that, and third. Naomi turned heel. Would be shocking, but not surprising to me, only because I follow her on Twitter, and I think she posted up, like, or reposted the interview she was, and they asked her what's one thing she wanted to do, or a couple things she, like, wanted to accomplish, and I think she said be Raw Women's Champion, and she wanted, this time she wanted to try heel versus her, or told her divas they tried to make her a heel and she wasn't ready or wasn't good at it or whatever. So her doing it makes total sense, okay? Heel has no reason to do it, not unless she really wants the tag team championships. And then I was like, Naomi could do it if she wants to go down the tag team route again, only because it would make Bianca to relinquish their tag team title, so it gives a chance for some of the other women to do it. So that checks out. As far as the 5th member situation, I was like, it only could be Punk. Because if Seth said no, it could only be Punk. And I was like, it makes sense. Not based off of what I said last week, when I was like, people will see this and Seth will get even more mad at Punk starting their feud and stuff like that, and having them have a match at WrestleMania. Not because of that, but also, I feel like he was the only logical answer. He was the only answer, because the Bloodline to put all the roster through him. He's the only one that's not tainted by them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think maybe the Creed brothers too, if I'm not mistaken. But everybody on that roster has been like screwed over by them. So that would have been the hell no from everybody but him. It makes sense. Like, because I would say the only other people that will be left will be maybe some of the NXT call-ups. Maybe. Like, but most of them is injured, like Tyler Bate, Dragunov, Bron Breakker got his own thing going because he the IC champ again. Who else? Is there any other call-up guys? Carmelo. Yeah, that would have been a nice, though, setup if they would have added Carmelo to it. I didn't even think about him. But, like, it could have, that was the only logical answer. Especially with Paul Heyman. But I still want to know whose manager is he? Because if you play back like he needs a favor, then he'll be there for CM Punk, but he's doing a favor to Roman because he used to be tied with him. You know what I'm saying? But he's back to being CM Punk's like manager. So we'll know. And I mean, Bron Breakker versus Kaiser. The match was going great. Bron Breakker came around the ring trying to do something. I think Kaiser had tripped him or something like that. My eyes are itching real bad. And Lord. He ended up falling. I think it hit his stomach at the announcement table, like knocked all the wind out of him. And then they ended up fighting. I think Bron Breakker hit Kaiser with the Frankensteiner, and then I think Kaiser countered something. I forgot. And then in the middle of the match, Sheamus comes out, which we know is going to happen. The bell rings. Sheamus literally looked like he got off work because he had a white button up, a black tie, some jeans, and some dress pants. This man looked like he got off work, was on his way home from work, and thought about somebody that thought about Kaiser on his way home from work, and stopped at the arena and went to go whoop his tail. That's exactly what he dressed like. He dressed like it was like he has a corporate job, but it was business casual, so he could wear jeans. That's how he dressed. I was surprised to see him like that, because normally, I don't know if he normally dresses like that, but you know, most of the time when he has like a match or a dark match or something like that, he'll wear his merch shirt, and then he'll wear his wrestler, what are they, draws or whatever they are, I don't know what they're called, and then or like when he was in the Brawling Brutes, he'll wear like the wife beater with the suspenders and the dress pants and stuff like that. But like I don't think I've ever seen him in jeans. Like if he's worn them in the past, I wasn't watching him. So it's new to me, okay? He ends up going some of the future Hall of Famers of WWE and stuff like that. The security went to go break it up. Adam comes out, tries to break it up, just like, hey, I'm after y'all want this? Da, da, da. So I even said, I was like, watch it be a triple threat match. It's a triple threat match. Adam was like, triple threat match at Survivor Series. I said, the way y'all be stressing Adam out, okay? If this man was not bald before he started this game, before he became manager on Raw, y'all would have made him bald, okay? He be stressed, like going through it. And he loves the chaos of the people he has on his roster. It helps make Monday night, like, kind of push the boundaries, something that SmackDown doesn't do or can't do. Because SmackDown was on regular TV and Raw was on cable. But this is coming out. I'm just all over the place today. Nose, hair, outfit, everything. I don't care no more. So then they show the bloodline. So what I love, so Kathy was in the back interviewing the bloodline, and she called them the Usos and then Sami Zayn. I was like, you can't see that's Sami Uso. He got it on his shirt. What I loved in that segment is everybody had their own gear on. Like Jimmy had They Not The One, Sammy had Sami Uso, and Jay had his Yeet gear on. Like, I love that. And then they was talking about, can you trust Paul bringing CM Punk? And Sammy was like, basically, he ain't know. And then him and Jimmy was getting along. He was like, of course, it's the wise man. We could trust him. And, you know, he said, Punk good, Punk good. I was like, we might could trust Punk. But I don't know if we could trust the wise man. Not because, and I don't care how long he been with the family, but he's left Brock for Roman. You know what I'm saying? Betrayed Brock for Roman. So we don't know what that man is capable of, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? And Jacob is supposed to fight Jay for who has the advantage next week. So he was basically like, it's a family reunion. Jay was like, it's a family reunion. Next time I see you, Jay, this, that, the third yeet. So Jenna walked away. I said, I like you, Jay. Okay? But I don't got you winning this match. Okay? Jacob is a different type of monster. Okay? No shade. Like, not like that. You know, how they was trying to say Samoans were like wild and all that. Not like that. He a different type of beast, okay? Even if he go light on you, that unless that's what's supposed to play out in the storyline, you're not winning that match. And then I said, is it me? Or is it better to lose the advantage? And I was like, in the past 2 years, whoever's lost the advantage match won more games. I was like, and I think it's because even though at the beginning you're piled on 2-on-1, this, that, third, you start off 1-on-1, then it's 2-on-1 on your opponent. The last person that comes in the ring is the person that lost the advantage match. So they have one up because you might be tired and stuff like that. You got somebody fresh coming in, and then the bell rings. So to me, I'm like, it's better to lose that match, in my opinion. So I'm like, 9 times out of 10, you winning the overall war games, okay? And where's my COVID stuff? I don't know. So I was like, that's gonna be interesting to see on Friday. I know it's pre-taped or whatever, because today's the last day before people have their little 5 days off for Thanksgiving. What is that? Thursday, Friday. They had 3 days off for Thanksgiving. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 days. 4 days. I'm thinking today Tuesday in my brain. It's almost Tuesday. It's 11:45. And then they went to a commercial. So I just can't wait to see what's gonna happen next week. I already saw some stuff about Complex Car. I don't know. I think I ended up watching like on WWE 48 Hours with Cody between the game day thing with Pat and them, and then him going to Complex Con. So after I watched that, you know, the algorithm. So I ended up watching Adrian Hernandez videos on YouTube about like Jey Uso laughing on TV, or him interviewing Liv, or Ray about having a event in the Spear in Vegas. Or even like the thing with Montez and Bianca. And that was my favorite interview he did with Montez. And when he was asking, was he Team Drake or Team Kendrick? And he asked like a lot of people on the roster. And the only person that answered was like Trick. Like Sheldon didn't want to answer. Sam looked surprised. And this was in the past. So he would show like old clips. And Ricochet was like, he ain't want to answer. And then it was the Street Profits when he was like, Drake had R.A. albums, Take Care and stuff is not a classic. And it was like, what? Like, go watch it if you haven't. Okay. That was like the laugh I needed for today. So I enjoyed those videos. But, so then it was JD and Finn versus the War Raiders. Okay. So I liked it. That's not even a word. I liked Finn when he came out with the backwards hat. Now, I mean, JD and Finn looked like he got his beard edged up. But I liked the edge up of Eric's beard, and Ivar's beard looked like it got longer because the braid looked like it's gotten longer or whatever. So I wanted them to win so bad. Ivar's one of my favorites on Raw. The other favorites of mine that's on Raw that I used to like are either gone for a little bit, or they left, or they're injured. So like at the time, my favorites were Kaden and Katana, which they still are, Ivar, Bronson Reed, Seth, Pat McAfee, Ricochet. And then Drew grown on me between his social media and then the stuff on that he says in the ring. He ended up growing on me. But there was like, oh, and Dragunov. So those are the reasons why I was watching. Like everything else was a bonus, okay? But So, that was a good match. And I forget that Eric is a flyer and Eric is the muscle and Ivar is a flyer. Because when Ivar flew out of the ring, I was like, he too big to be doing it. I say that all the time, but I'm like, it's incredible. But it's like, it's an awe moment, but it'd be like, how the hell are you doing that? Okay? Because I don't know. Like, the physics behind it, I'm just like in awe. Okay? The way he moves is like so agile. I'm like, bruh. And they had the advantage for a while. And Eric, I think, pinned JD, and Finn got there 2.99 seconds. Okay, then that's when Dom comes out, of course. Judgment Day. They come out and help. I think Ivar ends up getting Dom. And I was like, somebody slapped. And then they end up pinning, I think, again. And they put JD's foot up. And what got me is before the match, I think Finn was like, yeah, we've been tag team champions for 152 days. And I was like, 100. Y'all been tag champions for 5 months and only defended this title twice or one time. This is the second time. I was like, that's crazy. And then that's something I learned when I said I had learned a lot. And it was like they did away with the 30-day rule. And I said, the hell is that? Somebody on Twitter, and it was like, if you didn't defend the title in 30 days, they had to give it to someone else. But they was like, they got rid of that rule now because storylines are basically before the title thing. And people were talking about, like, who is this a good group of people that have the titles, like Liv, Nia, Gunther, and Cody. And for me, I was like, it's a decent group, but I was like, low key, Liv's beefs, she got beef with people, certain people now, that she don't really defend her title, that she don't even need a title to have the same beef. You see what I'm saying? Like, she could relinquish her title and give it to someone else and still have the beef with Rhea, and her and Raquel could still go fight for the women's tag team, women's championships and stuff like that. She doesn't need her title for that. You could give the title, but then I'm like, who else on Raw would you give it to? Okay, so because of them winning, because of Judgment Day coming out, the rest of them, War Raiders end up losing. So I was like, yeah, the next one will probably be until Elimination Chamber, where they gotta defend their title again in February. So who knows? Because really after Thanksgiving they'll do probably like 1 or 2 shows for the Mondays, and then it's the holiday tour. Nothing's on TV again until the new year. And then we'll get ready for the Rumble. So might not defend the title again until the Rumble, but then sorry, this one thing is boring. Then the New Day had fought Alpha Academy. They came out. So I was like, Kofi got on Goku. I was like, who is Woods? Then realized after that Woods was it Black Goku? Goku Black? Something like that. Okay. So that was a message in the year. But Alpha Academy comes out. They arguing over, Woods and Kofi are arguing over, my eyes are like itching, sorry. They're arguing over who's going to start the match first. I think it was Otis and I want to say Woods started it. He started getting his hips going and stuff like that. Or Kofi, and then Woods ended up getting in the ring. And Tozawa ends up pinning Woods. And then Woods is upset because he's basically like, Kofi ain't helping this, that, and the third. I was like, y'all would have had this match if you ain't have no attitude problem. Like, it's all because of your attitude that y'all have this match. Okay? If it wasn't for that, y'all wouldn't have this match. Okay? So, it is what it is. Ooh, my eyes. Sorry, I had to get my life together. I had to take a Sudafed because I don't know what it is about this fall, but my allergies have been on 10. Some, like, half the season. Yeah, so then they followed him to the back. They was like, you called the plays, you ain't listening, this, that, and the third. You supposed to help me out back there, this, that, and third. So, okay. I thought, so somebody I think said that one of the best promos was it last year or this year? When John Cena had went in on Solo and he was talking about he had 90 seconds. And he was basically saying you only got hired because you're your cousin and who your cousin is. And he was like, you're basically a rip-off version of Taz and this, that, and the third. And he was like, wrap that finger up tight and shove it up your... And I was like, I forgot about that promo until I said, I remember the Taz line. Because when he said that, I looked at his hair. I said, you sure do got that Taz hairstyle. Then, the one after that had to been... I say, since I've been watching again, that's been one of the best promos. The other one was with Seth and Riddle 2 years ago. The other one with was it Gunther? So this year for me that I can remember, it's been Gunther and Priest the first go round. Because I was like, okay, Gunther on the mic. I'm not talking about the backstage stuff with like Kyrian and Shinsuke. So I love all that. I love all those. Those two, I want to say maybe CM Punk and Drew. That has been one of my favorite ones because they had a few. The other one had to been, that was last year too. I was going to say Charlotte and Bianca when Bianca ate her up. But the one with Zelina. Zelina eats down, okay? She got to be my favorite on the mic for the women. She ate Pure Fusion Collective, or what she called them, Team Forehead up. That's been my favorite one. The daggone, the jump with Solo. Do that count? Not Solo, Jacob. He was like, listen here, stupid. I can't wait till he start doing live promos. I promise you, like, y'all are going to be in for a treat. The people that don't know him from his independence, when he was on the independent scene, y'all are going to be in for a treat. It's a reason why he is my favorite member of the Anawali family currently on the roster. Okay? Like, y'all going to be in for a treat when he starts talking for real, and then they let him showcase his like abilities for real. Y'all gonna be in for a treat. Because I heard that one of the dark matches he was in, this man actually brought out tables and stuff. And I said, okay, you better treat it like you on TV. Like, that's all he knows how to do. Like, don't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to dim your light because it's a dark match or whatever. You know, I say keep doing it. Like, I feel like he's going to bring in a new wave of situations like that where, you know, most people during the dark matches are getting snacks, going to the bathroom, whatever. But if they allow dark matches to be like that, just like how they had the house shows when sometimes they'll have cage matches and stuff, more people be in their seats during that time, anticipating the dark match just as much as they would SmackDown or Raw. So I'm counting, even though his is a like behind the scenes segment, I'm counting that. Jacob Fatu's jump, the Small Werewolves jump, the jump with Cody and KO. Okay. It was so good. I watched that, and I don't really watch. Okay, so when I go on YouTube, I watch like top 10 and the best things that happened on SmackDown Raw thus far. And the only reason why I do that is because I'm doing stuff in between watching. Like yesterday I was cooking, and I was also watching the Ravens game. So like on Fridays, I normally cook on Fridays because I don't cook Thursdays because my son has basketball practice. So we changed our pizza Fridays to pizza Thursdays. So I'm normally doing that. And so I'm missing out and I'm tweeting. So yesterday I was tweeting, watching the game, watching Raw, doing all that. So I miss a lot. But like the Cody and KO thing I thought was the best one of 2024 so far. It's either runner-up or it's tied with Kofi and Woods. Kofi basically said the reason why E and I don't make you call the plays because you loose out here. You know what I'm saying? You loose. You don't think clearly. You be sporadic and stuff with your. So then Woods comes back. Woods is one of my favorites doing promos too. Like y'all can say what y'all want. He's in my top 5 for the guys for promos. Cause I've heard him various times on the mics. Even when I was watching, and I told y'all I first started back watching, and my son was on the Bloodline and Usos real heavy. So as we was watching YouTube stuff, and him and Athena, before she went to AEW, and the Usos came on the segment, I think with Booker T and Renee and all them. And then I think they had Woods do a promo against Freddie Prinze Jr. when he was still working there. Ate him up. Okay? Like, okay? So, that was my face. So, he was like, the reason why Kofi Mania happened is because I got all the hits for you. I got the shots. Like, I said, you wouldn't have been champion without us. He was like, and then you had it for 6 minutes, and Brock Lesnar then came and got it from you. We was like, so then Kofi was basically like, I done gave you opportunity after opportunity. And he was like, and you keep hitting. And that's when he said he was sporadic and stuff, because he said, and you the only one out the group that hasn't been a singles champion. I was like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? But it's real, real good. I feel like if you don't have that type of close relationship, the promos are really good if y'all are okay with maybe flirting with the line of crossing the line to like Gunther and Priest, or because I think they're cordial, but I don't think they're like close. You know, everybody's like a family. I feel like they are back there, but you know, you have your certain cliques of people, and then there's very few I feel like that get along with everyone. Because some people are just like that. Some people get along with any and everyone, and some people they're not rude to other people. You know what I'm saying? They're cool with them when they're with them, but they just don't hang with them, and that's fine because that's most people. But the other ones that hit home is like because they flirt with the line of crossing, and then or if they don't like each other genuinely, like how Drew is with Punk. Like he's one of the ones. Like his first, I think, promo with him was like, Seth wasn't the only one upset that you came back. And like the Seth and the Punk, he was like Philly Phil and all this other stuff. I also feel like the ones with, I don't know if I had any ones with the girls that I'm trying to think. I know it's one with Nia, but I can't remember who she was against. So then, and then the ones when you're real close, like Mr. 24/7 and Austin Creed on Up Up Down Down. They're real close. They've been tag team champions. They do the Up Up Down Down thing together. All that other stuff. Like they play when they're not on. They play when they're together and they're not coming on the stage. So they're like real close. And then like Cody and KO are close because I think his wife said, or he said, was it him on Christmas Elite podcast when he was like that his dad got his statue unveiled and the whole family got a picture, and they was like, and KO was the only one that wasn't in the family that got a picture. It was like, KO's been there. He's like family, like he's been Thanksgiving, he been, you know what I'm saying? So it's different. So when they said that and they got up in each other's face, I was like, and part of me at the beginning was like, okay, so the 10 years is coming up in 2 weeks or in a week. Is it a week? In a week. So my thought was either Big E was going to come back and make his appearance. Not saying wrestle, but make his appearance, okay? Because he is part of the New Day. Whether he does behind the scenes stuff or he's out in the ring. And I was like, or, because both could happen or one or the other could happen. Somebody's turning. And at first, I thought it was going to be Woods. Then, I thought it was going to be Kofi. Because I'm like, Kofi got reason now to be tired of Woods. You know what I'm saying? Now, because Kofi had said, you lucky you not somebody else. And he was like, why? If I was somebody else, you would basically want to fight me. And now I'm thinking it's Woods. And the only reason why I think it's Woods is because I saw Kofi with the Goku gear. And then I said, what the hell is Woods? Who? I said, okay, so Kofi is Goku. Who is Woods? You know, people on the thing sort of got the thing was like, uh-oh. Now, I don't watch Dragon Ball Z in my lifetime. Dragon Ball Z been out longer than I've been alive. Okay? And even though I'm cute, I'm in my upper 30s. So, I'm like, it's been out, I think, a year or two before I was even born. Like, when I looked at when they started, I think it said it started in 86. So I was like, dang, it's been out that long. So a lot of episodes, that's a never ending anime. Okay? Like, you can't, even if you watch it from the beginning to now, you'll be watching it for some years. Okay? That's 38 years. It ain't like Grey's Anatomy where it's 17. Okay? Grey's Anatomy is almost there. And I think my sister-in-law, she ended up binge watching all like 17 seasons. And it took her like a month and a half. But she works from home. So she can, you know. But I feel like if you watch everything of Dragon Ball Z, it's going to take you at least a year. Every freaking episode. Okay? And I'm talking about Japanese original episodes before they converted over to the American version. But they was like, that's the anti-Goku. So that's like a sign of them telling us who's the heel or who might turn without telling us. So I was like, huh. But the funny thing could be, though, he could have that on. Because WWE play like that. He could have this on and Kofi could still be the heel and turn on him. You know what I'm saying? Because Woods could turn on Kofi and be like, bump this. I'm telling you to run the play. Now everybody talking about run the play like we in football. Everybody talking about run the play. Okay? The Bloodline was talking about it, which is justifiable. All of them play football. I don't even know Woods or Kofi to play football. To me, well, I know Woods say he wrestled all through high school stuff. To me, Kofi gives basketball. Just because his stature. Now, I mean, I'm not saying he couldn't play football because he looked like if he was, he'd be fast as hell. He could be like a wide receiver or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, to me, he gives basketball. Okay? Now, I could be wrong about both. He might not have played none of them. He could have been just going through high school, maybe been to a swim team, something. But that's what he gives to me. So, when he was talking, so I'm like, he could probably be like, turn on Kofi and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of you not following the play. This, that, and third. I'm going to go my own way, show you that what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or Kofi could turn on him and be like, I done held back as long as I could from whooping your ass. It's about time that you get what you need to get to see clearly. Okay? in some form or fashion that version. Because I say stuff like that all the time. I put that on my status on Instagram and on Facebook. And I say, some of y'all, because that's what, sounds like something I would say. Because I'd be like, some of y'all need Jesus, therapy, and your ass whooped. Okay? Because Jesus will help. Okay? Therapy, some of y'all need. He gives us tools or whatever to help us with stuff that he doesn't heal us from, I believe. This is what I believe. But some of y'all, therapy don't stick. Some of y'all need your ass whooped, okay? So y'all can see clearly, be like, okay, maybe I was wrong. And then proceed with therapy and all that. That's what Kofi might be like. I didn't try to be patient with you. But now I got to show you, okay? And do that to us and go off on his own way. Now, if they do separate, what version of Kofi are we getting? You know what I'm saying? Because when we first saw it, Kofi, we got Jamaican Me Crazy. And we know that man ain't got no Jamaican accent. And you know, crazy enough, just like people still think Undertaker and Kane are brothers, especially the older people. People think that man is from Jamaica. Okay? They don't know that he's a Bostonian. But I think he's first generation, and his parents are from, he has African heritage, which Jamaicans do too. I call them the fatherland. But he's not from Jamaica, okay? He's from, he got a whole, like, library, I think, in the country where he's from, or I think he was born in Africa and then raised in Boston, something like that. I'm not sure. But he's got a whole thing in it. So I'm like, what route are we going after the split up? Okay? Because are we going to pay more tribute to where you're from? Like, authentically, we can't go back to the Jamaican. Like, we go back to the Jamaican thing. We know you ain't got no accent. So, like, how would that work? Like, what would we do with him? And then Kofi, I feel like, because he was a singles thing coming in, I wasn't watching when Woods first came on, so I don't know if he was a singles competitor or if they automatically put him with someone. So for me, it's hard for me to conceptualize like what they would do with Woods. Like if they gave me a general, like if I was working there, they gave me a generalization, like we're gonna split them up, we're gonna do this with Kofi, with Woods, we're gonna do this. And I'm like, okay, now we can come up with storylines and stuff like that and matches and stuff like that for that. But I don't know. So, I just don't know. I'm just a little sad though. Now I wasn't there for the pancakes and all that other stuff. And Dom is a 20-year vet because I think they showed one of the clips. He was there like as the butler. And I'll pack it. If you watch it, speaking of, I saw him on WWE The Vault watching like him and his dad getting prepared for a match, and he had glasses in a shortcut cut. It was like 2019 or something like that, like before the pandemic, because they was practicing how to do like the 619 and stuff like that. And, Ray was talking about how he didn't even teach him that. So anyways, but so then Final Testament comes out. And I'm laughing because Carrion comes out, right, with AOP. They all come out. I don't even know if Homeboy was there, the manager or whatever. Scarlett. So Miz pops up in the mix. The funny thing is, he's supposed to be a heel in the situation, but it's given like he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because Carrion, I forgot what he said he did. And Carrion was like, did they see you? And he was like, no. So they was like, we about to go out there, this, that, and the third. Miz like, I'm going to stay right here. Right, because he gives a sinister smile, kind of like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm healed, but I'm not. I love the fact now, though, that he's in storylines. Again, he's also one of my favorite people that does promos. Now, stuff could have changed because there's a lot of people that came up and stuff, but whatever. But, yeah, I think it is. So I think before Jacob and them got there, it was Miz, Woods, Montez, Seth, and I forgot who I had for the fifth person that I love hearing them when they do promos. I forgot. But it was it was funny. I think it's KO. I think the fifth person might be KO. Only because the dry humor be having me cracking up. But like they pulled him and dragged him along. So, you know, he gives Scarlett a kiss. Scarlett comes out. And y'all remember when Bray was like, not Bray, I'm sorry, Lord. He looked so much like his brother. Bo looked so much like his brother in that last segment that it was like uncanny a little bit. That's why my brain went to Bo was like, you gonna basically miss something close to you. So then I was like, who was he referring to? Was he referring to Karrion or was he referring to Miz? Is they gonna bring like Maurice back for her to be a part of this segment? You know what I'm saying? So I think Scarlett's in the mirror doing her makeup. And then they show a face and then they flash and show like a Y6 face. And I'm like, oh no. I say that's Nikki. Before that, on Twitter, he did a promo, or I think it's an old promo of he talking about he was coming to get everything that was close to Bo or Uncle Howdy or whichever version you want to call it. And he was showing his 5 other members. Like he gonna come attack them one by one. That's basically what he was saying. Okay? And so they come back. Scarlett's all disheveled. No. And she's fighting with her eyes closed. It's like having a night terror or sleep terror. You know what I'm saying? And for those that don't know, it's like my son used to get him. Thank God he doesn't. He used to be sleep sometimes subconsciously with his eyes be open. And he used to be crying, no. And I'm like, the hell? And he'd be full on sleep. And then after that, like one time it scared me because his eyes was open, but then he would go back snoring. I'm like, I never in my life, like I've seen people fall asleep with their eyes open or sitting still. And you just like let your body rest and you be, but I've never seen that. And that was like, that's what Scarlett was given. And she was like, what is, she was like, Nikki. And he was pissed. Let me tell you why I love this Karrion thing. Because for the past 2 years, people are like, why don't you get rid of him? Why don't y'all get rid of him? Like, what is the thing? WWE has been playing a long game with him. You see what I'm saying? It's been a story that's been slowly developing. And with our society today, we want everything, like my pastor used to say, microwave ready. We want stuff to develop like this. So if it's not developed in the next 2 months, maybe 3 at the max, we'd be like, it's time to move on to something else because it's not working. With this Karrion thing, it's been 2 years. So he was been on SmackDown. Because we was like, what the hell is like, the beginning, we was like, why is he attacking Drew and Shinsuke when he was on SmackDown? Like, what's the purpose? And he was like, basically, he's trying to shake things up. He's not with the plan. He's going against the plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, his plan is to basically, he's basically a revolutionist. What he's trying to say. Like, if the people of WWE are compliant to the man, he's the one that wants to shake things up. And, like, you know, go against the man. So, he takes prominent people and he shakes up and attacks them and shakes up their lives. And then they end up being like an anti-hero or a heel, something like that. He did it with Drew. Drew left, went to Raw, had a thing for Jay for a minute. You hear me? Almost a whole year. And every time they met up in the ring, Drew won and still wasn't done. This man even apologized after he said that's all Drew all said he was looking for. Drew didn't want to accept it. No. I think Jay came on a bump. That was the time him and Drew was on the bump. And then he said he took it back. Because I think Drew had mentioned something about his family, something like that. Then Drew went on a rampage with daggone DAmien. But then his mind went straight to CM Punk, because even though DAmien was a champion, Punk was the one that interfered. Who knows where he gonna be at when he come back. But that started with Karrion. So then the whole thing with Shinsuke, the same thing. Shinsuke was on there. He kept randomly beating her up. He went to Raw, was doing these promos in Japanese, which are my favorite, okay? And with the eyes and look, he crazy as hell, but in a good way, okay? Went there, attacked Seth, attacked some other people, kept, you know what I'm saying? Came back, took his hiatus, went to Japan or wherever he go every year. Came back, started doing the thing with LA Knight. That started, I feel like, if that is part of his storyline, I love that. So now he's getting in the ears. He's gotten the earwoods. Because Kofi was like, what are you talking about? And was like, I can't help stop thinking about what Karrion said. He's gotten in the ear of the Miz. The Miz in turn on Truth. So who's next? Because now you attacking the Wyatt Six, because the Wyatt Six, I think, said they're attacking people that are like messing up groups or families or what. I forgot what's their purpose. I forgot. But he's basically wants to come and undo what they're trying to do. So that matchup, I don't know how long this is going to be for. This is going to be good. Okay? Because both of these promos and stuff, this is right in his wheelhouse. Okay? I think they went for American Made Wyatt Six. If honestly, I feel like if Wyatt Six ain't go for Chad and them, I felt like Karrion and them was gonna go for Chad and them. Cause I think he said something about him wanting him to rejoin the Alpha Academy, or at least them all have been one big faction. So the fact that he's still over there is crazy. So now with Karrion and Scarlett being disheveled, I'm like, what's Karrion's next move? Are you still gonna go out and try to attack the Wyatt Six one by one, or you going straight for both? Because now, you know what I'm saying? I still want to see a match with Tatum and Nikki, though. Nikki as she is now, and Tatum Paxley. Because Wendy Chu is cool with the little nightmare, but she don't give crazy like Tatum give crazy, okay? Tatum on a whole different level of crazy. She followed Lyra around and then claimed to be her best friend, and then was there at Vengeance Day when, what's her name, had cashed in like her version of the Money in the Bank. I forgot what it was, what they had for it, but cashed it in. I think Lyra ended up retaining or something like that. And then she ended up making like dolls that were kind of like voodoo dolls or whatever. Like Tatum on a whole different level of crazy. And Nikki is there. It's kind of crazy too. I want that match to happen. If it has not happened, I want it to happen. So, then before the airing and stuff like that, they did a taping. Pierce had announced that it was going to be that the division is expanding, and the IC title's known to be the workhorse title, and this, that, and the third, and they're having a women's IC title. Me, originally, I thought, this is my thoughts, that they needed a women's US title because most of SmackDown roster are singles women. We don't have tag team. Like, if there's a tag team on SmackDown, it's because they grouped two of the women together. They didn't come in as a tag team. That's why when Alba and Alba was there, it didn't make sense for them to be on SmackDown. Because I'm like, you're the only tag team on SmackDown. So now let's say you have y'all beefing against two girls. Who are you going to fight? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, that makes no sense. So for me, I was like, if you're going to make SmackDown 3 hours and Raw 2, because that's what I thought initially was going to happen, the women over there need a SmackDown women's title. They need a women's U.S. title. Okay? And then because the tag team titles, all the tag teams are on Raw in the factions. And then you got the ones that's in NXT. Keep their mid-card as a tag team women's tag team titles, and that's it. With them adding the women's IC title, in my opinion, I'm assuming that both is going back to 3 hours. But that only makes sense because you have all these fabulous people on the roster. You got wrestling is hot again. So I'm pretty sure you can't get comp tickets no more because they want the money to fill the seats. But like not, and then you got this WWE ID thing on top of the college thing. I don't know if the college thing is still happening and the ID thing is happening. And speaking of Saturday, so my son and I was watching antenna TV, regular TV like back in the day. Because we have a Fire Stick, and I switched from, we have 3 outings on his TV. We have the one for the PS5, the one for the Fire Stick that has all our apps on it, the Netflix, all that, and regular TV. And they had OVW on there. And I was like, oh, because my son was like, and I said, this is before WWE ID, from what I remember. I said, when you got signed to WWE, they used to send you to FCW. Before it was NXT, they would send you to OVW. Depending on, I guess, what region you lived in. Or they would send you to Memphis with Jerry Lawler's group or whatever. And I was like, I didn't know they came on TV. But I don't even know if they're still part of the ID. I don't know. But that was interesting. So then I was like, okay, so it makes sense if we're going to go back both 3 hours, especially with it being on Netflix. The one good thing about it being live on Netflix is you can watch it the next day if it's not. Like when the Tyson fight went off, the next day, when did that happen? On Friday? It was up on Saturday, like, watch it again, or hey, we suggest this for you. I'm like, I already saw that. Okay, but that's good to know. You know what I'm saying? So you could do 3 hours, and if you don't decide to watch it live, you watch the next day. But the first person that came to my mind automatically was Zelina. She has the moveset, okay? She has the promo skills. And she, I feel like, has been looked over for so long. Like, she's had a title opportunity against Rhea last year, but that was it. She hasn't been a part of a tag team or nothing. She was the first person that came to mind when they said who should be the next women's IC champion, the inaugural. She was the first person. And I think she was the inaugural Queen of the Ring. She needs to be the inaugural champion too. The second person that came to mind was Shayna. For me. Only because she's good when she's a champion. We see her all the time. She was a champion with her and Ronda Rousey. Like, she's a great champion, okay? And then she mixes in MMA with, with her wrestling. Kind of like what Sonya does, kind of like with what Riddle did, kind of like with Shinsuke does, because he knows like 6 different types of martial arts. And that's not, you know what I'm saying? I saw his page. He was like, he was going to this class, and then he was going to like Taekwondo, and then he was going to like Jiu-Jitsu. And I was like, how many forms of martial art do you know on top of wrestling? That's a lot. Like, if it was an apocalypse, okay, and everybody had to fend for themselves, and he knew how to shoot a gun, and then all them forms of martial art on top of wrestling, he's gonna be good. Okay, all he would need would be survival skills like fish, hunt, something like that. And like, I would be, if I knew him, I'd be going to his house, because I know we're going to be able to hold out for a while. Okay? Like, that's crazy. But, like, Zelina first, Shayna second, and then the third person that came to my mind was, trying to think of who's on the roster. It wasn't Natalya. It wasn't Ivy. It wasn't... Was it Ivy? No, it wasn't Ivy. I want to say... Okay, I remember now. The third person I had in mind was Dakota Kai. So it was Zelina first, Shayna second, Dakota winning the IC title match. I know Natalya had put up a thing of how she helped everyone and she really doesn't advocate for herself to win anymore and she's not on TV and stuff like that. But we're going into... And she does all that well. Not hating. She's one of the best technical wrestlers in the game, past or present. And you could tell by the way her and her husband helped train some of the people, like some of the roster, some of the people that are independent scene of the companies in the dungeon. But I feel like the way that WWE is going, not unless she's part of a faction or a tag team, I don't see her winning gold anytime ever anymore. She has so many Guinness Book of World Records. She has a couple title matches, stuff like that. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because she had put up a thing. She doesn't advocate for herself. It's time for her to get a title. The first time she got one was, I forgot what year she said, and then it was 7 years before she got another one, and it's time for her to do another. And I say that because even though she is such a great wrestler, such a foundationalist, like she knows how to do it and all that, I would say, and it's not hate, this being honest, she is not the best person when it comes to promos. And now that's such a big thing. Like, I feel like you can get away with it, not saying too much or saying anything at all, if you have a tag team partner or if you're in a faction. You see what I'm saying? Like when Rhea was on Impulsive, she had talked about she wasn't that great on the mic. She's gotten better. But her being with Judgment Day has caused her to become better. But if she didn't know what to say or didn't have it, she could rely on one of the guys to help her out. You know what I'm saying? Like, Natty doesn't give that as much. I feel like with Naomi, she's being more of herself on camera that I don't think she's showcased before. Like she's always been great, okay? She's a trendsetter. She was a groundbreaker, okay? Not taking that from her. And she did pretty well, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying now because it's more authenticity in a lot of these promos. It's more storylines that have to do with friendships behind the scenes and stuff like that in these promos that people are able to take a breath and then showcase who they really are on TV and stuff like that without code switching, especially for if you're a person of color or if you're someone from like the South. You have to code switch a lot because they want you to talk proper and stuff like that. You can't have none of your accent, none of your ebonics. If you're from the South, they try to want you to hide the like thick Southern accent and speak more clearly because some people might not understand what you're saying and stuff like that. And I know that to be true because not for me, like just for me being a Black woman in general, I have to do it on a daily. Well, now I don't do it no more. I don't care. Like my work speaks for itself. Now I'm going to be polite and stuff like that around older people, stuff like that. But if a couple of words come out like spin the block, while I'm talking, it just comes out, okay? Now, I know that to be true, too, for the South because they want you to, and then my accent don't come out a lot. Not unless I'm like yelling or something like that. Like even now, I don't know if y'all can hear it or what, but it's thicker than this. Okay, I'm not even all the way up yet. But I'm saying that to be true for the people of the South because what was I watching? It was something with Cody. I think it was what's the channel? A&E or something like that. AMC, one of them, when they do like the superstars and stuff like that, and they did the documentary John on Cody. And he'll talk to us and do his one-on-one. And he speaks like he speaks in the ring. But as soon as his mother was on the phone, he sounded like a whole different person. I was like, who the hell? Like, the Southern came out of him. Okay? That's what I mean. Like now, if Cody wanted to bring out how he really talks to the audience, they would not care. But I guess because he give politician, he got to stay in character kind of. But like when he was talking to her, he was like, yeah, mama. Like, but I can't say it because I, with the Southern Georgia accent, I was like, wait. Like, Naomi showing more of that, which I'm loving. Because Natalya is not on TV like that, I feel like, I don't know, she wouldn't be able to be champion right in modern time without her being on TV more and cut more promos. Like, she would have to get back into the swing of exercising that more so that if she does become the champion, she knows what to say against the girlies. And then depending on who you talking to, you gonna get ate up regardless. And it happens to everybody, most people. Not everybody, most people. They either gonna hit you right here, we're gonna be 1-1, because we both going back and forth. So we gonna be at a standstill, or somebody gonna get ate up in the comment, like at the promos. You gonna get, and after the other person just going, when you get ate up, put your head down like a dog, walk with a dog with his tail between his legs and keep going. But then the last match was Nia versus Bianca. So they both look great, okay? Love the yellow, like I said, on Bianca. Love Nia when she wears her natural curls. The silver is popping. Love that her hair was up. I love the fact that in this match, nobody interfered. Because I honestly thought either Tiffany, especially nowadays, Candace was going to interfere, okay? Their backs might be going, getting a little recovery from them kendo sticks from Rhea. So they fighting, right? I think Bianca tried to lift up Nia. Didn't work. Nia tried to slam her annihilator. Bianca moved. She missed. She was like, ow. And all I could think about was her saying, my hole. So then the fight kept going. Bianca tried to lift her up a couple times. She like gorilla pressed her and slammed her onto the ring. People are surprised. I'm not surprised. Now, I was like in awe because I haven't seen that in a while. But I know from watching her for the past couple of years, she said, now it could be more than this now. She said she could bench or lift up 300 pounds. Y'all saw her carry Otis during the pandemic. I don't know how I ended up watching that one. When Bailey was like testing her before she hit her, walk across and didn't do like a hurdle situation. But I was like, and I said she could benchmark 300 pounds. And I said, bench. And I was like, Nia's under 300. I know that for sure. I was like, so her lifting Nia up ain't nothing. And that's why I said at one point in time I wanted a triple threat between her, Rhea, and before, this is last year, before Jay came in the picture. It's like her and Nia was there. I was like, between her, Rhea and Raquel, because I think all three of them bench press 300. Okay? So they got the body strength. So people are like, oh my God. And they was like, the way she is unreal. And I'm like, it's unreal if you don't know. But if you know, you know. Okay? So then something happened. I forgot what move Nia tried to do on Bianca. Was it Nia trying to do it on Bianca? What Bianca tried to do on Nia? the turnbuckle came off. So I said, oh, somebody gonna get hit with that. Okay. Nia done kicked out a couple times. I wanted. And I thought I wanted, okay, I'm gonna explain that later. And then somehow, cause the girls was asking like, Nia, what you gonna do? And she was like, she wants to flatten Bianca or whatever as much as she can. So she ended up doing a Samoan drop on her. That thing deadly. Okay, people's like, well, it didn't break the table. Nia is strategic in harming her people enough. This is what I call professionalism. Harming people enough that you banged up and got to reevaluate your life, but not enough that you're gonna be out for some weeks. Okay, because that Samoan drop still deadly. It might not have broke the table, but you heard it. Okay. So then she had her banged up against the stairs. And then I think at one point Bianca tried to KO her. Didn't work. Bailey, something had happened. Bailey had came out and helped beat up Nia. And Bianca gave her a, okay. And then she pinned her and won. First of all, even now I got chills just talking about it right here. That right there, I was like, I'm about to be like Samantha Irvin. How you know how she got like emotional certain matches, especially WrestleMania. I was just like her at WrestleMania. I was crying. But like that right there, I was tearing up because I was like, the path that they went down. And now Bailey is helping Bianca, and Bianca's like, all right, like, okay, we can probably do this together. I felt, and this is why I love wrestling, and this is why also like we used to watch soap operas, because it brings out the emotion in you. So, it ain't nothing wrong with a little crying. Like, it cleanses your soul. I was tearing up, and I was like, oh my God. Like, we're going to have, because I was trying to figure out, like, why isn't Bailey in War Games? Bailey makes more sense than Io. Like, Io to me did not make sense at all. Io could have been on the side and not been in War Games, and we still could have had the thing with Liv the following week. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Jade was there. Like, to me, it didn't make sense. That's one. Two, it's opening the door for them to reconcile. I don't know if they ever been cool from some of the past stuff. I don't think they've been cool, but she ain't beat her as bad. Bailey to Bianca for the past 2.5, 3 years is like Roman to KO. Like how KO has been fighting Bloodline all 4 years. Bianca's been fighting Damage Control for 3 years. So we can understand the animosity. So, but the thing with Bianca is she's not mad. Or if she is mad that Naomi's teaming up with Bailey, she's not mad. She ain't voiced it. KO's very much voiced it with Cody. Even though Cody was gone for like 10 months out of one of the years because it's the PEC situation. But, you know what I'm saying? The difference with that, though, with KO and them, though, is Cody came back and had to deal with Bloodline as well. Naomi didn't have to deal with Damage Control. See what I'm saying? They was broke up by then. So, or on the verge of being broken up. So that's the difference. But then, I was like, Bailey looks phenomenal. Okay, in that outfit with the little crop. And then I was like, her hair getting longer. She got the purple. Like, what is going to happen? I'm like, it's too many layers on both sides of the women's side that anybody on the same team could turn. And then, this is another thing. I'm like, there's no way in hell that Bailey did that. Because people say, oh, it's Bailey. No way Bailey did that. Now, Naomi doing that or Bianca doing that is very much plausible. if Naomi did that, I would not be surprised. And I'm saying that now, again, on top of the ending, because I feel like Bayley's trying to get in good graces with the girls. She's trying to prove herself just like Jay did when he left to go to Raw, be a part of, do his own thing. I think Bayley is doing that now. You see what I'm saying? I feel like Naomi, one of the reasons why she wanted to get cool with Bayley is not only because that's her sister friend, but because she's turning heel. And Bayley, if she did all this stuff behind the scenes without people knowing, and she's around Bayley, Bayley's going to take the heat for it. They're not going to expect Naomi. You see what I'm saying? Like, and then on top of that, I'm like, we got the riff with Bayley and Io. We got the riff with Bianca and Bayley. Okay? Bianca still got to keep her eye on Io. So that's 3. That's a 3-way thing. And then you got Naomi and who was the 5th girl? Lord. Because it was the big 3. Oh, and then you got Rhea. Okay? I know Rhea is hellbound on like Liv and Raquel. She can care less about the other 3 girls. But at the end of the day, still the Eradicator, who's been on opposite sides of War Games of Bianca every time they're in War Games together. They've never been on the same team. Okay? Then you got Nia and Tiffy, which is kind of they cool, but because she still got that briefcase. Okay? And then you got Candace, who's trying to like undermine Tiffany and stuff like that. Like, she don't really rock with her, but she gonna be cordial with her because she want to be with Nia. Then you got Raquel and Liv. And then you got you got 3 sets of champions in that ring. So 4 champions in that ring. So Tiffany could cash in on Bianca. I don't know who her tag team partner is, and I don't even know if that's a possibility. Can you cash in on the tag person? If you do, I wonder if there's a loophole where you can cash in on the tag person and you pick somebody else to be your tag partner. Because that would, you know what I'm saying? That'd be dope. She could be a tag team champion. She could take Liv title. She could take Nia's title. Hell, I don't even know if she could cash in on Candace and take the speed title. But it's 4 sets of champions in this Survivor Series that she can cash in on. Okay? And I always said that if she don't cash in by Survivor Series, she's cashing in by the Royal Rumble. I don't see her having it all the way up to WrestleMania. The latest I see her having it is maybe the EC, the Elimination Chamber, but that's it. Okay? I don't see her. So I can't wait, even though Friday is pre-tape. If Friday is going to be as good as the pre-taping was, what was it, last Monday? Was it last Monday? Or the last Friday? The last Friday. The Friday before last. If it's going to be as good as that one, like they had in Grand Rapids, I'm here for it. Now, if it's going to be like the one that they had that Friday before they went to Saudi, I'm not going to be here for it. Because it didn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? So, I feel like if y'all going to have a press conference thing for Survivor Series the Friday before, which I hope it doesn't really, you know what I'm saying? Please don't ask questions about stuff that the audience at home has not seen. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. That's why I was confused because I really don't watch stuff like that, but it was on my timeline when I so happened to log in. And when Nicole was in there with Jay and Jimmy, I was like, when did they make up? Like, we knew it was going to happen, but I wanted to see it play out. So, like, don't ask stuff like that. Don't have them come out at the same time if it didn't happen yet that night. If y'all going to have a conference earlier that day. Like, wait, and then ask them that maybe Saturday, the morning on Saturday before, like, right before the match. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't be lining up right. And that's why I couldn't get with that one. That's SmackDown. Anyways, I'm about to get off of here. I got clothes to fold. And clothes to wash. I hate washing and folding clothes. I bought hampers on purpose just for clean clothes. I got a clean clothes hamper because I hate putting clothes up. Y'all have a great day, week, Thanksgiving, because I don't really do tapings for NXT. It'd be too much going on, and I'm having my nieces over to stay the night today, so I'm really probably ain't gonna be paying attention. And have a great Thanksgiving, a Friendsgiving. If you don't celebrate, go watch the movies. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy family, enjoy yourself, just enjoy being together. And shout out to the people that have lost family around this time of year, or have lost someone any time of this year, and you're used to seeing them or hearing from them during the holidays, and you can no longer hear from them. I totally empathize with you guys. My hearts and prayers are out to you guys, because I know, especially if you do someone around the holidays and then it's the holiday time, it sucks. Okay, it sucks. And I totally get it. So if you just want to spend the day and cry and just grieve or whatever you want to do, that is totally okay. Okay, don't suppress your feelings, because that's how mental health gets bad, and then that's how suicidal thoughts and stuff come about. Speak to someone that you trust that won't run your situation to the ground in a bad way. Suicide rates are high this year because the sun goes down quick, lack of vitamin D, and then people realize at the end of the year that they might not have family and stuff like they do, or they might not feel like they're loved and stuff like that. So please speak to someone. Like I said, I empathize with you guys. I lost my papa a week before Christmas. It's 14 years ago, but it still feels like yesterday. Okay, he's the patriarch of our family. So, yeah, I will see you guys on Friday. Love you all. Bye.